think we've had a excellent off season. Our kids have made a lot of strides. Our student athletes have developed, and we're going into our third year, and all of our young guys that we've been playing for the last two are a little older and more mature and physically more mature. So we're really excited about getting our season going. I'll open it up to any questions.
The offense had a lot of good success in some spots. Seemed to be a little turnover prone at times. How does it look moving forward? Has spring practice looked like it kind of eliminated some of those mistakes?
Yeah, I think we're going to be an excellent offense. I think we're going to be vastly improved. The one thing we have to do is, or there's a couple things. One, take care of the football. You know, we can't throw a lot of interceptions, and we can't turn the football over, and we have to find a way to run the football to help out our passing game. So, you know, those are all things that we've worked on, and we're working at every day to get better at, and hopefully we improve on that, because if we want to take a step forward, we have to, on the offensive side, you know, hold on to the football and be able to run it.
Speaking of throwing the football, Nick Arbuckle had statistically a really nice season last year. Have you seen him make any strides going into his last year with your team now?
Yes, I've seen a lot of strides in Nick, from his leadership to the way he's protecting the football and in his decisions. You know, sometimes, you know, when you're struggling a little bit, you try to be Superman and make some throws that you don't need to make and force the ball, and he doesn't have to do that now. We believe we can protect him. We believe that we've got enough talent around him to get him the football and not have to force things. So, you know, he's really matured in that standpoint. And, you know, we've got him out of junior college, so usually your second year in the system, you know, you make great strides. And if we can do that, take care of the ball, he's going to be an excellent quarterback for us this year.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
You just mentioned about your quarterback making strides. How big will his progression be with the play of Donovan Harden?
Well, when you have a guy like Donovan Harden, it makes you look better as a coach and as a quarterback. So, you know, we'll make a great effort to get the ball to Donovan as much as possible in every way. But he's not our only weapon. I mean, you know, we got a young man, Robert Davis. It's an excellent wide receiver, big, 6'3", 210-pound young man that can run and catch. And then we have a tight end that's on the Mackey Award list in Joel Ruiz that can stretch the defense vertical. So, you know, that we have talent. You know, we needed experience, we needed development, and we've got that over 2 years. I think you'll see a vastly improved football team.
Last season may have not gone the way you expected. Looking back at the schedule, three or so games, y'all lost by a total of 3 points. And you know, you win those games to the end. How big of a confidence boost that going into head into the season?
Well, we have a lot of confidence. You'd be shocked how much confidence we have. But when you say last season didn't go the way we expected, that's not necessarily true. You know, we were building a program, and we made that decision early. When we first got there, we played 18 true freshmen our first year. And then those kids became sophomores, and now they're going to be juniors. So we feel like we're right on course with our progression of building the program. There was so much that had to be done. You know, people didn't realize when you make that jump, that transition, and you're, you know, going from FCS to FBS, and you have to scholarship numbers. We only had 68 scholarship players last year, and we had, I can remember the Clemson game. It was second to last game of the season. We had 52 bodies to put on the bus and only 16 scholarship defensive players. So that now we're at 82 scholarship players, and so, you know, we've got more depth. We're physically bigger than we were, and our kids are making the stride. So you're going to see a whole different. You won't know us. And when you say I didn't expect that last year, yeah, I did. We've done this before. You know, our first year at Indiana State, we were 0-12. Our second year, we were 1-11. And then we started winning. Our first year at Georgia State, we were 0-12. Our second year, we were 1-11. So we're following the course of the plan.
How much will?
I can hear you.
How much will Joseph need to
Joe's been a great player for us, but he's a better person. You know, he's a leader. He's teaching the young guys, and that's what they lacked. They didn't have it. You just haven't had a program for only 5 years. So, he is teaching young men as they come in what the expectation is. Go to class, be a great person, the way you train in the weight room, the way you practice on the practice field, the way you study film. All that doesn't come from just coaches. When you get to the point where you've got players teaching other players that, then you've developed leadership in your program, and we've been doing that for 2 years, and Joe is a great example of where we're trying to get everybody up to speed with Joe, and he performs well on the field, which backs up what he says. So, we're thrilled to have him. He's a wonderful person, and we would be lost without him, but we're developing more and more of the Joe Petersons on our football team. Not at all. That's our expectation. We've got some good players, and I think that you can't get surprised by the record. You can't look. If you've ever built a home and you're excited to see that home, and you go by, and for weeks all you see is a hole in the ground. You don't see what's going on underneath, and they're pouring that foundation and laying that. We've poured the foundation. Now the frame is up, and our student athletes will be much improved, and I think you'll see the rewards of our building process. We had to take time to teach these kids how to compete at this level. You just didn't jump in and when you've not had a football program and start winning and competing. You've got to teach them in phases how to do things. One is to compete in the classroom, in society, on the football field, in the weight room, in the meeting room. Now we're past the teaching to compete stage. We're into the teaching them how to win stage.